Hello everyone. So here I'm live after a very long time. Sorry for that. Okay, I was busy in some other things. The new batch has started, but I promise I will be frequently live or will keep on posting videos for your preparation. So if anyone is able to hear me, please quickly comment, say hi or hello. I'll take your name and I'll make sure it will make sure that you are getting my voice properly. So just waiting for you all to comment. Once I get a comment and I'll start. Okay, Anubhav, good evening. Mahipal, a very good evening to all of you, right? So let's wait till other people join, and till then I will be just doing some basic announcement. If anyone of you have not joined the official Telegram group, please do join immediately, right? Because we are providing all the information related to the live sessions and other information on the Telegram channel directly. Hello everyone, Deepak Goyal, Deepak Khandelwal. Okay, even I was missing you all. So I will take more sessions in coming days. Are you all getting the screen properly? Right? The text is properly visible? Just say yes and then I'll quickly start the discussion. So let me first tell you what actually I'm going to discuss in this session. So essentially I started a series of CGL tier 2 paper discussion, and I think I have covered around 275 questions till now, right? So just I'm covering the remaining 25 questions today, and that will make sure that what you need to do is you have to just upgrade your thought process. If you start thinking smartly, you become that extraordinary that I told in the previous session. Your problem solving skills will be remarkable, marvelous. So let me start discussing question number one. Try to keep commenting more and more in the session so that I get to understand if you're facing any problem, and accordingly I'll adjust my speed. So this question number 76 is on your screen now. It says ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral of which AB is the diameter and diagonals AC and BD are intersecting at E. If angle DBC is equal to 35 degree, angle AED measures. Yes, Anurag, I am coming after a very long time, but I will come very regularly since February, right? I have a plan for that. I'll make sure I will be very frequently live to discuss with you all. So just tell me the answer. If anyone is the first question, I'm giving you time to tell me the final answer till I create a diagram. So this is a circle, although it does not look like a circle, just believe it. In exam also, right, there is no point that you create a very good diagram. The only thing is that you should get the answer, right? So this is how things has been provided, right? That ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral where AB is a diameter, and this what it says that this angle, this AC and BD are actually intersecting. Sorry, let me make sure that the lines are proper, otherwise you will get confused. So I'll just quickly draw it properly up to the scale so that you do not have any problem, right? So like that it is being joined. And what is it asking? This is simply asking that we have been provided with this angle DBC to be 35, and they are simply asking what will be angle AED, and this is the point of intersection, right? So what is the answer now, everyone? Because this can be orally done, this does not take time, a very simple property and you can easily do it. So here the principle is actually you have to look at this, this part of the circle, right? So I hope you all know that theorem, right? That if this part is making 35 degree angle here, the same segment makes equal angle on any point on the circumference. So even this angle will be 35 now. Also this diameter subtend 90 degree everywhere, that on circumference. So this angle become 90 degree, and they are asking AED. So now this angle is to be calculated. So this has become 125 and the answer became 55 directly, 55 degree without any problem. So it was just about creating that diagram little quickly, and these two basic simple properties will give you the answer. I'm moving further to the next question. Hope all of you getting this question. Now reaching to question number 77 now. This says that there is a triangle. In that triangle, angle A is given 70 degree, angle B is given 80 degree, and D is the incenter of angle ABC. So the only information you need to know how incenter is formed by angle bisectors. And angle ACX is given to be 2x degree, BDC is given to be y degree. What is the values of x and y? It's a very simple question if you just create the simple diagram. So I'm just creating the triangle, and then I will try to create the incenter here. Incenters are actually obtained by angle bisectors. So these are the angle bisectors, and simply you will say that this is given that ACB. If I say this is A, this is B, and this is C, right? This angle has been given 80 degree, so this angle will become 40 degree because of angle bisector. and then what else has been given, that ACB, this angle is 2x degree, so it will become clearly x. And what else has been provided, let's see, BDC, and D is the in center, this has been given to be y degree. Now you can clearly see from here that in a triangle, if one angle is 40 degree, the sum of other two angles will be how much? 140 degree. That should happen. Any triangle sum of the angles is equal to 180 degrees. You can clearly look at the option where it is happening. Nowhere it is happening, only in the second option. Okay, so 15 plus 125 will be equal to 140, right? So there is no need to calculate the values, actual value of x and actual value of y. That's how you are going to save your time, because sum is different in all the options. You can clearly see sum is different in all the options. Even when you create the diagram, right, you can easily reject few options. Like this option, you have no possibility, because here sum of two angles cannot be 180 degree, because there are three angles here. So that's how, you have to understand this, that whatever is to be calculated, only that much calculation you have to do. That's how you can save, those precious 10-15 seconds in every question. Getting my point or not? And that will actually help you out in solving more and more number of questions. Rahul Sivaj, welcome to the session. Bipul is saying speak bilingual. Bipul, I will take separate Hindi sessions. Do not worry about that. So let me take this session in English only, because we are having audiences from everywhere, right? So question number 78 now. In a right angle triangle DEF, if the length of hypotenuse EF is 12 centimeter, then what is the length of median DX? Very basic property, right? If you know that, you can mark the answer to be 6 centimeter directly. And what is that property, right? I hope all of you know about, that median, and that median is nothing but the circumcenter. So what happens in a right angle triangle? If I take a right angle triangle and you draw any median here, this becomes nothing but circumcenter. So these will be equal, right? Because if you create a circle now, it will pass through all the three vertices. So it is circumcenter. This is half of the hypotenuse. So this value is given to be 12. The hypotenuse is 12. So this will be 6, 6 and 6. So if you can just visualize a little bit, you can directly mark the answer. Okay, you can easily do it like that. You need not to create the diagram in the exam, right? Just a small understanding will help you out in marking the answer directly without creating the diagram. So these are very basic things. Okay, and I hope most of you are knowing about it. So it's not something which is going to have any problem. Moving to the next question, that is question number 79 now. Very interesting question, because it is talking about something intersecting a square and all. But it is going to be damn simpler, and let me tell you that you can mark the answer pi by 2 minus 1 easily without doing anything. But for that, I need to explain you something, that how it can happen, and that you need to wait for a moment. So let's understand what this question is all about. This particular question is simply saying that there is a square, right? And how that square is formed, it is simply saying that there are two circles which are actually intersecting. So let's think about that there are two circles which are intersecting, and let me create it like that. Let me create like this, something like this. And then what it is saying? It is simply saying that whatever intersection is happening, and you take these 2 points, right? And you take these centers and you join them. So what actually they are talking about, that you are going to get something that is going to be a square, right? So when this is given is the square, what they are asking, the portion that is common to the circles, right? That is what they are asking. And the side of the square is given to be 1 centimeter. So essentially the side of the square means what? It's indirect way of giving you the radius. Getting my point or not? So this question you should not get confused about, why this square has been given. Getting my point or not? It is simply means by giving this square 1, 1, 1, 1, they are just trying to tell you that both circles are actually equal in radius. That is the only thing you need to know, and you have to find this common area between the circles. Now the next task is how to find that common area. There are many ways in which you can do that, right? But essentially if you just pay little attention, it is going to be damn easier. Just draw this line. Once you draw this line, what will happen? That you can clearly see that this will be divided into two equal areas. And if you want to find this area, how to get that? That is not difficult. Kaise milega? Some people are saying speak bilingual, so I will just say kaise milega in this class. Nothing more than that I can say right now. Now what I'm trying to say, just you have to just create this half part, because if you just create this half part, you can double it and you will get the answer. Now tell me how you are going to get this half part. Is there any way out? Yeah, that's not difficult. Try to understand. You look at this particular sector, right? And if this is 90 degree, you know that area will be pi by 4 or pi by 2. Tell me please. If I am having quarter of the circle and that radius is 1, what will be the area? Please answer. Will it be pi by 4 or not? Getting my point or not? That will be pi by 4 minus something. And if pi by 4 minus something I am going to do, getting my point or not? And you know that what you are getting by writing pi by 4 here, you are just doing this, that you are taking this sector's area and then you are subtracting this triangle's area. So actually you are getting just this portion. I am marking it with the red color. You are getting only this portion. You need to double it or not? If you want to double it, definitely you are going to get a term pi by 2. Mark the answer, because only one option is having pi by 2. Alok, I'll answer your question later. You can ask me after the session. Manish, welcome. Getting my point or not? So it is not important that you unnecessarily go and calculate something, because when you are writing pi by 4, pi will only come when we are writing area of a circle. Pi cannot come anywhere, right? Anywhere else. Pi will come from the circle only. And if pi will come from the circle only, the pi by 4 is the natural outcome that you are going to get, because it is just 90 degree here. So due to circle, I am going to get pi by 4. And I also know that I need to double this area. So my answer will definitely contain a pi by 2. So if my answer will contain a pi by 2, that is going to be the answer. But in exam, what you do? You waste extra time. That is 10-20 seconds. That can make your attempt go higher. What you will do? You will be actually subtracting the area of the triangle. And that's where you unnecessarily waste your time. Area of the triangle will be 1 by 2. Just think how much time will you take to write 1 by 2. Even if it takes your 2-3 seconds, then you multiply and check the option. It is like you can save your time. Clear? Mahi, what I'll say, I'll cover this series in Hindi also. Please cooperate in this session at least, because we are having audiences from across the country. So there are people who cannot understand Hindi. So that's why I'm using English. But I love speaking Hindi. I'll take a separate session for that. Don't worry. Hope it is clear. How many of you getting this idea will help you out in getting the answer so quickly? Please say yes if you're getting it. Then I'll tell you something else. You can do it orally. You can do it orally. I'm telling you something. I created a mensuration video a few months back that is already uploaded on YouTube. Just see them. I told one thing, that if you are having a circle like this, and what you are doing, you are trying to do this thing, that there is a circle and there are two circles and there is a square, right? And you also know this, that this area and this area is equal. What I'll say is that if I just make this diagram like this, I take the complete square inside the circle and I say that they are asking you these two areas, will you have any problem? Will you have any problem or not? You should not have any problem, right? Because you can clearly see it. It is about, there is a square and there is a circle. I can take this complete square inside, and when I will take complete square inside this circle with this side, this side will not be 1 actually. This radius is going to be 1. I just want to know these two areas, and I actually explained this, that at least you can write it directly. That if you want to write all 4 areas here, this all 4 areas value I told you, that will be pi minus how much? Is anyone having that clarity? That was pi minus 2. Go and watch that video, right? That was pi minus 2 orally. Even I solved many questions. If they are asking 1 area, what will be the answer? 1/4 of it. If they are asking 2 area, it will be half of it. That will become pi by 2 minus 1. You can do it orally, but you need to understand that how you can apply the things that you have learned. They have created 2 circles here, right? But actually you can do it with the 1. Having that idea, since these 2 areas are equal, it is simply a circle and a square, and they are asking these 2 areas. And the complete area, you already know it's pi minus 2. It's a standard, right? If you have a circle with radius 1, you are having inside a square. The difference, this zone is pi minus 2, all 4 zones. But they are asking only 2 zones, right? It will be half of it. You can orally mark these questions. Getting my point or not? Clear or not? That's what I want you to become. They ask same question in a different language, same diagram. You'll feel that these are 2 questions. They're essentially 1 question. You can do it orally. You need to just understand the logic. You need to just visualize. And that will make sure that even geometry is going to be damn easier for you. Moving to the next question then. What this question says? This question says that PQRA is a rectangle, AP is given to be 22, PQ is given to be 8, triangle ABC is a triangle whose vertices lie on the sides of PQRA such that BQ is equal to 2 centimeter, QC is equal to 16 centimeter, then what is the length of line joining the midpoint of the side AB and BC? Now understand one thing. When they're talking about joining the midpoint of AB and BC, look, they are saying ABC is a triangle. What should hit you immediately before creating the diagram? That if I'm going to join midpoint of AB and BC, the length of the side that they are asking will be nothing but simply there is a third side AC by 2. Midpoint theorem, I hope all of you know this. Okay, Mahipal, it is given as a mensuration, a playlist is there, mensuration, you can get that video. It is wonderful. The previous question, right? These kind of questions will be done orally by you. So you can find it later. I'll post in the comments. Do not worry about that. I'll post in the comments later. So I'm coming back to this question now. Now, once you finish reading this question, can you visualize this? That they are talking about a triangle where they are saying join the midpoint of AB and BC. If you join the midpoint, you are going to get the length of the side half of the third side. That is, everyone knows midpoint theorem, right? So the thing is that I need to somehow find AC. So let's start creating the diagram and see what it will become, right? So it is about this. This is a rectangle where AP is given to be 22. And I'll show you why it is important to have an algorithm before solving the question. You will understand immediately here. PQ is going to be 8. Now what they are saying that BQ is equal to 2 centimeter and QC is equal to 16 centimeter. Right? In this particular question, if you go and try to fix where the point Q is going to be, Q is there, sorry. This is sorry. It's given to be, AP is given to be 22. All right. Hope I'm creating the right diagram. Just do correct me. This is PQRA. This point is R. Now what I'm saying is if you want to try point B, you will say that B can come here also, B can come here also. Getting my point or not? So there is a confusion in fixing the point B. It can come at two places. Maybe it is going to give you multiple diagrams. But somehow if this question is asking about AC by 2, definitely in all possibilities AC must be fixed. That's why you should first fix point C, not point B. Because otherwise it will take unnecessary time in creating the right diagram. It will lead to multiple possibilities. I just want to find AC. If this question is correct, AC will have same value in all possibilities. Otherwise you cannot get one answer, right? So that's why fix point C. Now when you say QC is 16, tell me please, can you fix C on this line? No, because they are talking about C point. They want to make a triangle, right? So on this line, where point C is going to come? Tell me please. Somewhere here. Somewhere here, point C, because it can come on the line where RQ is given, right? 22 is the length. Hope it is clear, right? Now if you fix it here, this will become 16, this will become 6, and this is already 8. You can actually fix AC. 6, 8, 10 make a right angle triangle, Pythagorean triplet. If AC is 10, what is the answer? 5. How many of you are getting it very easily now? But understand, right? You can waste a lot of time in the exam by actually fixing point B, because it will lead multiple possibilities. It will give you multiple possibilities. You can fix B here also, you can fix B here also. But in all conditions, there will be a triangle made where AC will be fixed. If AC is fixed, AC by 2 is going to be the answer that I'm looking for. Hope everyone is getting it. Please comment. That's why it's important that what you want to fix. It's about, there are many students who read questions differently, and their time of solving definitely is going to be really different. The way they approach to the question, they do not know where they're going wrong. So it's important to have an algorithm before you solve the question, that what you want to calculate. It's very important what you have to calculate, because that is going to give you the mark. So if I have to calculate certain thing, I'll put my entire focus there, that what I need to calculate, right? That is something which is important. Rather than you focus on intermediate things, right? You will unnecessarily waste your time. So fix C here, not B, right? Getting my point or not? Hope you all getting that. It's not magic, Alok. It's more ordinary thinking. You will develop slowly. Okay, then it is saying ABC is an isosceles right angle triangle where C is given to be 90 degree. If D is any point on AB, then you have to find AD square plus BD square. Always look for the word any point, general point, right? When they say any general point, you can assume your point to be anywhere. Although it is a theorem, right? But I know very less theorem. So that's why I always prefer to solve through numbers. So it is going to be 1, 1, root 2, isosceles right angle triangle they are talking about. So isosceles right angle triangle, the simplest one I know is 1, 1, root 2. They are saying C is 90 degrees, so I'm going to fix C here. So simply A will come here and B will come here. What it is asking, what will be AD square plus BD square, and they are saying D is any point. So if it is any point, I will love to take a point which is very close to A, on that line AB. So if it is very close to A, tell me what will be AD square? It will be 0. What will be BD square? It will be root 2 square, that is equal to 2. Do you have any confusion? What is the answer? It is 2 CD square. How many of you getting it? Loving it or not? Right? Things are that simple. You call it geometry, I call it common sense. Ramkishore, 1 root 2 is a standard. Isosceles means what? These two sides should be equal. The simplest one I know is 1, right? And this will become root 2. If this is root 2, they are calling any. So when they are calling any means any point on line AB. I am choosing a point which is just below A, just beside A, almost 0 distance, 0. Then what will become BD? BD will become this complete hypotenuse, root 2 whole square is the answer. The thing is, you know what, we think that in exam you need to have knowledge of all the theorem to solve the question. I'm just showing you, even if you know only 60% things, you can still score 90-95% marks. The thing is, can you use the common sense? Does any book provide this kind of problem solving? They cannot, right? Because even they know the theorems. They will teach you through theorems only. They'll say mug up this theorem that AD square plus BD square is equal to this square plus this square, right? They cannot solve faster than you, because in exam even they will take some second to mark the answer, and you can mentally visualize 1 root 2 just beside A, right? And you'll get the answer. You can take it here also D, you'll again get the answer. Getting my point? It's all about that, are you able to use the language of the questions or not. So in geometry, when there is any, be happy. You can choose wherever you want to get your answers. Clear? Shall I go ahead? Enjoying it? I hope you'll enjoy even more questions. Okay. So question number 82 now, what it says is that D and E are the points on the side AB and AC respectively of a triangle ABC such that D is parallel to BC, AD is to DB is 4:5, CD and B are intersecting at point F, then the ratio of the area of this is. Are they telling you anything about, Alok is saying, how did you get CD is equal to 1, right? Look, try to understand one thing. CD will be 1 because if I am choosing a point which is just below A here, CD will become equal to how much? 1. So that's why CD square will be 1. That's why my answer should be 2. Only B is possible, right? I hope it is clear now. Now coming to question number 82, are they telling you anything about which kind of triangle you need to choose, isosceles or any acute, obtuse? No. So if they are not telling anything, better I will assume my equilateral triangle. Again, this is a general triangle case. General triangle case, I'll assume my own triangle, right? I'm very happy they are not telling us anything about the triangle. So let's take equilateral triangle once again. And what is given to you? It is provided that this is 4 and this is 5. Once this is 4 and 5, what you need to do? You need to just join these lines. That's what they say. And they are saying that, this is A, B, C. And they are saying D is the point here, E is the point here. And they are intersecting a point F. What they are asking you? They are asking that this triangle and this triangle is having what ratio? Right? D is not the midpoint with Siva. In which question you are saying, let me assume D to be the midpoint. Here the ratio is clear. AD is to DB is 4:5. Even in the previous question, you choose D to be midpoint. You are making your unnecessary calculation. You will get the same answer. You choose D anywhere, you will get the same answer. If anything is correct for any general value, right, it will be correct for any value. So you take in the previous question, if you want to take it on the midpoint, you take it, you will get the same answer. Correct? Subham, I'll answer all your questions later. First, just go through this problem solving. I'm just showing you how common sense you can use to get the answers. Now, these are the two triangles. We are talking about equilateral triangles, symmetric triangles. You should not have a single confusion that these two triangles will be what? They will be similar triangles, right? Because we have used symmetry. Why similar? You can understand, right? You can say this angle will be equal to this angle will be equal to this, and this angle is already equal to this. All three angles equal, they are similar triangles. In similar triangles, actually, the best thing that happens is that if you want to find the area ratio becomes nothing but the length ratio is square. I call it scale factor, right? So simply what you can understand that if I look at these, this triangle, suppose I'm looking at this particular triangle, which is going to be B, E and C. I'm sorry, B, F and C, right? This is one of the triangle. Now how to figure out? Understand this. if this smaller triangle is having a side 4 and this bigger triangle ABC is having a side how much? 9. The same will be the side ratio everywhere, right? Same side ratio should be maintained for the similarity. That is the thing you need to understand. So that's why what will happen, this DE, if DE will be 4, then this BC will be equal to 9. That you know, because you have chosen equilateral triangle, sir. When you chosen equilateral triangle, that is a better benefit, that you can easily write it. If this is 4, this will be 4, this will be 4. If this is overall 9, all sides will be 9. Now if you know the side ratio to be 4:9, there are two triangles where one side ratio, they are similar, and the side ratios are 4:9, the area ratio will be 16:81. How many of you are understanding it? Getting my point or not? That answer is going to be 16:81. Getting or not, or something is wrong? You all need to confirm कि अगर कुछ गलती हुई है तो कहाँ हुई है. Tell me what I have written is right or wrong. I'm just asking you all. Right? How many of you agree with option 2? And how many of you saying option 1 will be correct? Just asking you. There are two similar triangles where you are getting the side ratio to be 4:9. What will be answer? 16:81, sir. Do not waste your time. And look, SSC gives such absurd answer, right? It is directly visible that DEF will be having lesser area. So the ratio should be less than 1. And they are talking about 18:81:16, right? So you need not to have any, I mean to say very complex concept to solve these questions, right? Area to side ratio, they are asking area ratio, not area to side ratio. So if side ratio, side is nothing but the length component. So if length ratio is known, area is length square. That is 16:81, you are going to get the answer. That is what you need to do, right? Let me move to the next question and see. And also understand one thing, right? If you look at this geometry, because these questions can come up in many places. Look at this geometry in the triangle. What this geometry you call? You call it trapezium, right? Because these two sides will be parallel. These two sides will be parallel, right? D and D is parallel to BC given already, right? So this you call trapezium. Getting my point or not? Okay, so this is the trapezium. And in trapezium you can clearly see if there will be two parallel line and you join these points like this angle will be equal, this angle will be equal, this angle will be equal, means these two triangles are going to be similar triangles, right? Clear? Enjoying it? So understand, this is a trapezium actually, you understand it. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Look at the next question, 83. They're saying diagonals of a trapezium ABCD with AB parallel to CD intersect each other at point O. AB is equal to twice of CD. Then what will be the ratio of the area of AOB and COD? So let's understand what they're talking here, right? They are telling you one thing like this. They are saying it is, if it is 2, this is 1, and they are saying it is A, B, C, D, right? And just understand, they think you are fools and you behave like fools as well in the paper, right? So it is saying it is interacting at point O. What they're asking you? They're asking you the area ratio of AOB to DOC. Is there any difference in this question and the previous question? No. But you do not look it through your eyes. You do not look it. These are the same questions given in a sequence. I think even examiner did not see it, right? That they are the same question. The first question was looking like triangle question, right? It was also a trapezium. What is the answer here? 4:1. Mark it. Side ratio is given, two similar triangles in trapezium, right? What will be the answer? 4:1. Now 82 and 83 are exactly same question. Same question. But what you will do? You will solve 83 separately and you will solve 81 separately, considering this is a trapezium question and the previous question is a triangle question. I call it a topical approach. I call it the topical approach. I want you to become cross-topic approach you should have, right? You have to react to a question. It should not matter to you which topic it belongs to. What is the best way to do it? 82 and 83 is exactly same question, but what I'm asking, go to the aspirants and ask them. Nobody knows that. Nobody notices that, right? Maybe in this year tier 2 they will give you the same question in some other form, but ultimately it will be trapezium and they're going to ask you the ratio of area of this triangle to this triangle. That's it. You can do it orally, sir. What you need to do? You have to behave like a person having the common sense. That's it. This exam does not test how much knowledge you have, I tell you. If you just develop the right thinking and the common sense, I'm going to make sure you can solve this paper with 60% of the knowledge, or maybe 50%. That's what I'm doing. I did it in all 300 questions almost, right? No complex formulas, because I do not know so many formulas, right? What shall I tell you? Okay, 84 says if O is the orthocenter of a triangle ABC and angle BOC is 100 degree, then what is the measure of angle BAC, right? So what's the answer? There's a theorem, right, that these angles are supplementary. But even if you don't know the theorem, you can mark the answer. Let me show you. Because why? SSC think you are fools, right? Let me show you what they're asking. They're saying this is ABC and this BOC has been given to be 100 degree. Obviously here I cannot choose it to be equilateral triangle, because in equilateral triangle orthocenter is nothing but this angle is 120 degree. All centers are the same place. This is not equilateral triangle, it is clear. They are saying BOC is 80 degree, 100 degree. They are asking this. Suppose you do not know anything. You do not know anything in geometry, right? I'm going to ask you a question. That is this possible? What does think? You are a fool, right? You are asking about one angle of a triangle, BAC. Can it be 180 degree? No, sir. Sum of three angles is 180. They are giving it 200. More absurd, right? What they are thinking of you, that the one angle of a triangle will be 200 degree. Now you are left with two questions, 100 degree and 80 degrees. Just visualize here. Are you going to get A to be 100 degree here? It is clearly visible that it is not 100 degree, it is less than 100 degree. The only possible answer is 80 degree. Sometimes you need to believe your eyes, sir. Even if you do not know anything, right? Your logic will work. But just you need to train yourself little bit, right? You just need to train yourself little bit. Clear or not, that without knowing that these two angles are supplementary, this is a theorem that this and this is supplementary. Getting my point or not? You can get 80 degree, but if you don't know that, even then it is possible to mark the answer, right? So they are setting the paper in a way, they are helping you a lot by giving these kind of paper, but you are not using it. Start using it. If you start using it, maths will not be difficult for you, right? It will be very easy for you to crack the questions using the options. In most of the question you can reject two options, so there are only two options left. And then what? You reject one, you get the other, right? So you call it geometry. I do not feel anything difficult over here. Do you find it? Let me know if there is anything like that, any complexity. 12th January was termed to be the difficult paper. I am finding this to be very easy. Read the question now. PQ and RS are common tangents to two circles intersecting at A and B. When produced, both sides meet the tangent PQ and RS at X and Y. Fine. Respectively, it is given. They are saying AB is equal to 3 centimeter, XY is 5. What will be PQ? Okay. Now, I'm just asking you a question. That are they saying that one circle is bigger and other is lesser? No. So, what I'm saying is that whenever you have such possibility, create symmetric diagram. Symmetric diagram, right? Very important. They're not saying anything about the circles. When they're not saying anything about the circle, I will definitely love to create the circle like this. Equal radii circles. Okay, because it is going to give me the same answer in all condition. Either I take one circle big or smaller. So that is not of concern. Now look at this point, A and B. I mean, what they are saying that PQRS are the tangent, and this is AB that is given. These points are given to be AB, which is given to us as 3 centimeters. Okay, that is really cool and clear. Then it is saying there is a PQ tangent like this, and there is a tangent which is RS. Now one thing you all need to understand, when I have created a symmetric diagram, if you just join these lines, these length will be equal. I am creating a symmetric diagram, right? Understand this, these lengths will be equal. Okay, now what shall I do now? They're asking if you produce this XY will be 5 centimeter. That means if you produce, it will meet here at X. You will produce, you'll get here Y, and this will be 1 and this will be 1. They are what they are asking now. They're asking what is the length of PQ. I'm going to ask you a question. Right, in these questions, right, if you create a clear diagram, means little scale, that will help you out in getting the answer really easy. Now one thing is certain, when I create a diagram, although my circles are not equal, but one thing is very much clear, that answer is not going to be 2 centimeter. Visible hai bhai, dikh raha hai. It is not going to be 2 centimeter. Right? But anyways, how to figure out what is the exact answer, that you all need to understand first. Now I'm going to ask you, how should I proceed to get the answer little quickly? Anyone having any idea? That do you know any formula of solving this particular question? Please. Then I'll show you why Even if you don't know the formula, you can solve answer faster than it. Formulas are something, right? They create disturbance in the brain, right? They occupy unnecessary space. So you should free it and use it constructively, right? Understand one thing first. This overall length that is given, xy, is given to be 5. What is this length? This is the diameter of the circle. Clear or not? Clear or not, this is the diameter of the circle? Yes. It will be diameter of a circle. Getting my point? Now what I'm going to do, you all need to understand here that I'm going to create a diameter from this point. So if I create a diameter from this point like this, because I do not know the formula to solve this question, I'm sorry. So this will be 5. The diameter is given to be 5 here. That has been provided. Now I'm trying to make this particular line here. This particular line here. And I'll join it. Okay. And you know that diameter will create a 90-degree angle here. That is also known to us. Right. So there are many things you can use. The tangents are equal and all. So one more information I would like to ask you here, that if this is a 90-degree, then this side will be 4 or not? You should say it is going to be equal to 4. 3, 4, 5 is the right angle triangle. Now if you drop a perpendicular from this point, I mean you take the circle, if this is a tangent, right, this will again be 90-degree, you know that, and it will bisect it. If this is a bisector, this length is going to be 2. If this length is 2, this length is 2, the answer is going to be 4. Right? You can use even the tangents to get the answer. Alright. So there are many ways possible to solve these questions, but the simply what I'm thinking is that even if you do not know the expressions, even if you do nothing, you can actually use the right diagram and you can find the answers. How many of you understood what I did? I just found xy length to be 5. When xy length will be 5, I joined this point to here. I joined this with the center. It was a tangent. It will make a 90-degree here, and it will meet at the center. It will bisect this chord that you all know that from the center, if you draw a perpendicular, that bisects and all. There are a number of things, right? So this half distance you got to be 2. Since it was a symmetric diagram, this overall length will be 4. And that's how you can solve it. No complex knowledge of geometry is required here, right? Only right angle triangles. Getting my point or not? Clear? Everyone? Please say yes if you are getting that. Otherwise, there is a very long proof for this, and there is an expression known as like this, that PQ square plus AB square is actually equal to XY whole square. Okay, that's what is the formula, right? But I'm just telling you that even if you don't know the formula, you can solve this question, right? And you won't take much time. Just you need to create the right diagram. Okay, so do you really think that you need formulas to crack this exam? No, sir. If you don't know even a single formula, then also you can do a very good paper, right? You can do it. It's about geometry now. We are doing geometry. We are not using formula. That's really interesting. Okay. Okay, question number 86 now. It's saying sec A plus tan A is equal to A. Then what is the value of cos A? What answer you are going to give me? Anyways, it's a very simple question, standard one. So I'll just tell you one thing that you all need to understand, that how this question has been framed. It's this triangle. If you just can recall this triangle, you'll never go wrong. Okay. So essentially what it says, I'll just explain you this because that will make sure that you are not going to have any problem ever. You look at this particular triangle. This is actually a right angle triangle, and if this side is a square plus 1, this will be 2a, and this will be a square minus 1. Right? This is a triangle that you need to have in the mind. And this is not anything magical triangle. This is a Pythagorean triplet. This is a Pythagorean triplet. You put a is equal to 2, you are going to get 3, 4, 5. So understand it from right now onwards. Sec A plus tan A question, right? Remember this triangle, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Okay? 3, 4, 5 triangle. That's it. And you can then think, actually, if you find this sec A plus tan A, you are going to get that will be equal to 2. Because A here is 2. Getting my point or not? What they are asking, what will be cos A? So either you see the expression from here, 3, 4, 5, and if they are asking you the cos A, what is going to be the cos A here? Anyone having idea? Will it be 4 by 5? Yes. So what is the answer? Second one. Hope all of you are understanding this. If you are not getting it, let me know. Okay, I'll explain you once again. Getting my point or not? Was it difficult? If you just remember this triangle gives you sec A plus tan A is equal to A, right? You can sum it and find it out. So even if you have this triangle in the mind, you can directly mark the answer. That is 2a plus a square plus 1. Even they can give you another expression like this, right? They can give you something like that, cot A plus, cosec A, something like that. That can also be given. There will be a different expression though, but that will be based on the same triangle. So by knowing this triangle, you can solve many questions. It's not only this question, right? You can do many questions. This is how the question has been framed. Okay, so you just understand it once. Yeah, it's possible you put the values of A and get the answer, but that is not going to be that easier, because look, you are put 45 root 2 plus 1. A is root 2 plus 1, right? Then what you have to do? You have to then go further and find out the other values. So it will be little complex calculation. Okay. चलें आगे बढ़ें. Yes, remember this triangle, and it can be used at many places. When I'll take separate geometry, videos that I'm going to start very soon. So I'll be covering these things, right, which are actually important, that you need to keep in the mind, and that will make sure that you are going to solve questions like anything, right? Like bullet train, right? In India, in terms of train, the bullet train is the best possible example I can give, right? Okay, this question, it's an insult if you cannot solve, right? Every year they ask the same question in algebra. Algebra, they call it is x plus 1 by x is equal to 2, right? And it become a trigonometry question now. Sin p plus cosec p is equal to 2. It is only possible when you have this expression. Actually, the only possible solution is x is equal to 1. There is no other possible solution. So when it is x is equal to 1, you can just put answer will be exactly 2. No other possibility. The same question come in algebra, and then the same question come in trigonometry by writing the trigonometric values. But that does not make any sense, right? It's a very simple question. Question number 88. Interesting one. It is saying cos x into cos y plus sin x into sin y is equal to minus 1. What is cos x plus cos y? What is the answer? 2, right? It's very simple. How did I do that? Just understand. Look, this is a variable, and they're asking certain value of the variable which is coming in the constant. You assume anything that you want. I'm going to assume cos y to be 0. Why I'm putting y is equal to, and how you get cos y is equal to 0? By putting y is equal to 90 degree. So what will happen? This will become equal to 1. Clear or not? There is a benefit of doing it, and that I'm going to make you understand. So when I'm putting cos y is equal to 0, this term was gone. When this term was gone, you are going to get sin x is equal to minus 1. Getting my point or not? How many of you getting my point that I'm trying to convey? Okay. Now if you get sin x is equal to minus 1, there will be a problem, because then you need to calculate cos x and cos y. That's why it's very important in the first step to choose the right thing. I will better, try to understand. That is the skill that you need to develop. Here, do not put here, cos y 0, because what cos term will go away. Here you need actually cos x plus cos y. So I will try to retain the cos terms. So I'll put y is equal to 0 degree. Then this term will go away. And y 0 means this will become 1. Cos 0 is 1. So cos x I'll directly get to be minus 1. And since cos y is already equal to 1, minus 1 plus 1 will become equal to how much? We are getting a value to be 0 or 2. Tell me, where is the mistake? I hope all of you getting my point. When I put y is equal to 90 degree, when I put y is equal to 90 degree, then cos y will become 0. I want to retain cos terms. So I'll put y is equal to 0 degree. When I put y is equal to 0 degree, actually what happened? That this particular value, sin y will become 0, means second term will become 0. I do not need to care about this term. Now look at this cos x into cos y. When I put y is equal to 0, this will become equal to 1. That means I am getting cos x to be minus 1. And if cos x is equal to minus 1 and this is cos y, then your answer is not going to be 2. Actually, I thought it is minus 1 and minus 1. It is going to be 0. Clear everyone? Because minus 1 and plus 1 will become and give me a value that is going to be equal to 0. Clear everyone? Understanding it or not? It's very easy. It's not difficult. Minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. So you have to first understand, like there can be two speeds of solving the same question. Even if you are assuming the values, it should be very much clear what you have to calculate. In exam, when you are solving the question, you are going to get the mark only by calculating what you have to calculate. That's why put more emphasis on what. Then you go and how. Because when you know what you have to calculate, you will retain the right terms and you will leave the wrong terms. That's why by putting here cos y 0 will be something which will take more time to solve it. Although you will get the answer. Hope it is clear to everyone, right? Let me move further. That is question number 89. The value of this expression they are asking. I think asking or creating a joke, right? But agar x 0 kar दें तो that does not make any sense. Mahi, you make x is equal to 0, then cos y will become minus 1. So if cos y will become minus 1, then also you are going to get answer is 0. It doesn't make any problem there. Either you put, because look, this question is symmetric in x and y. When it is symmetric in x and y, then it won't create any problem. I hope it is clear to everyone, right? So it is symmetric in x and y. So you put x is equal to 0, that will also give you the same answer. Then this will become plus 1 and this will become minus 1. Again you will get 0. So that cannot change, right? That cannot change, whatever values you choose. Okay, moving to the 89 question. This is a very easy question. A variable, the answer is given in the constant. Put theta is equal to 0 degrees. When you put theta is equal to 0 degree, it will become 2 minus 3 plus 1. And that is equal to 0. That's the answer. Right? Previous answer was 0. Here also the answer is going to be 0 by putting theta is equal to 0. What excellent concept you need for trigonometry to solve this question? I don't know. The only thing is that maybe you are taking a lot of time in the exam in reading the question and you are not having that confidence that what to do in a particular question. A variable expression is given in theta and they are giving the answer in constant. Do you know what they are saying? Any theta. You choose any theta. They are challenging you. They are saying you choose any theta and tell me what will be the answer. Take the challenge and put theta is equal to 0. Right? That is the right way to solve this question. Unnecessarily you are going to simplify this. This is not a class 10 board exam, right? Where you have to write all the step and write hence proof to get the marks. It is about marking the right answer. That's it. So that's how you can do easily and get the answer. Question number 90 now. It says that what has been provided in this particular question is x square minus y square and x square plus y square given cos theta. They are asking what will be cot theta. Alright. If I look at this particular answer, right, I will be easily marking answer number 4. Without doing anything, without assuming any variable. Why so? Try to understand. In all the options, 2xy is coming either in the numerator or in the denominator. If cos is given, which is actually, I know that is based upon hypotenuse, cot is also based upon perpendicular. So the base term should come at the top. That is x square minus y square. Only fourth option is possible. Clear or not? Are you enjoying it or not? It's small common sense and you get the answer. Okay? Look at the options. I say question reading is incomplete without reading the options. Getting or not? You just check that out and mark it because all options are containing this. Anyways, I'll tell you a standard triangle once again that is really useful in case of triangular based questions because in exam it can be another question now. You have to understand this that if this value is x square, or 2xy and this is x square minus y square, this is x square plus y square. Alright? It can be interchange. It can come here, it can come here, doesn't make any difference, right? But this is also one of the standard triangle with two perpendicular sides to be 2xy and x square minus y square. Then hypotenuse is x square plus y square. That is something a standard triangle once again on which there are many questions that come in the exam. Question number 91, a very interesting question it looks like. Let's read it out and see what is this. I mean, I tell you heights and distance is the most easy topic, right? Read it. There is only one thing you need to know. 30 30 90 triangle, 45 45 90 triangle. That's it. You can solve each and every question, right? Each and every question you can solve it. Question number 91, read it out. The distance between two pillars is 120 meters. The height of one pillar is thrice the other. The angle of elevation of the tops from the midpoint of the line connecting their feet are complementary to each other. The height of the taller pillar is. The answer is fourth one. You will be asking how so quickly, right? Okay, let me show you how. So first they are saying that there are two pillars where they are given like this and they are saying it is given to be like this. This is going to be something like this, that this particular value is given to be 120 meters. Okay, that is given, right? Distance between two pillars is given. The height of one pillar is thrice the other. So yes, you have to understand one thing, right? The angles are given to be complementary, and now complementary angle can be anything. That is what you have to decide, what complementary angle. Believe me, it is almost going to be 30 60 90 triangle. That's what I'm visualizing it, but let's verify it. Let's verify it. How you can verify it? Like this, because one more information is given to make sure that we do not go wrong. This is 1, this is 3. That means these are the side ratios given. Now clearly this angle will be more 60 degree, this angle will be 30 degree. I'm going to verify it now. That does it happen to be ratio 1:3? Because if that happens, that means the angles are 30 and 60, and then we can do the questions orally. So let's do what we already know. You can clearly see that what I already know, that usually I assume opposite to 30 the value to be 1, and if opposite to 30 value is 1, then what it will be similarly going to be 3. And if you are going to get something which is opposite to 60 degree, right, that I need to prove if it is going to be that or not. Now you also know this, that it is provided that this distance, and they are talking about the midpoint. When they are talking about the midpoint, tell me please, these are equal or not? This and this will be equal. This and this is going to be equal. So there is no difference going to be there. So essentially I'm going to come here is 30 degree now. Now tell me one more thing that I want to know, that this distance and this distance is going to be equal now. Okay, so suppose let's say I'm going to assume this to be whatever I want. For example, here I'm just going to show you how I'm going to calculate it. Opposite to 30 degree, if I'm going to assume 1 here, let's say I'm going to assume 1 here, this particular value will be √3, opposite to 60. Now this will also be 1. Now if I'm having opposite to 61, what will be value opposite to 30 degree? It will be 1/√3. Now you can clearly see that these ratios are nothing but 1:3. It makes sure the triangle is 30, 60, 90. And when it is 30, 60, 90 triangle, what you are looking for? You are looking for this height. If this is 1, this is √3 times. √3 means what? Approximately 1.7 times. So if this is 60, half distance is 60 given, it will be 1.7 times. And the only possible answer is 103.92. You need not to calculate exactly to mark the answer. If you can visualize the diagram, right, orally you can do it. This is also one of the standard triangle. You should know it from the advanced 30, 60, 90, all the possibilities, right? That this ratio will be 1:3, and that's what they're talking in the question. Once you read it and you know it, this ratio, from today onwards you know it, that the ratio is 1:3, 30, 60, 90 triangle. The only thing that they complementary to each other means some of the angles is 90, but that can be anything, right? It can be 20, 70 also. Depending on that you will get the answer. But actually by providing this information that this is thrice, they are giving you that this is a 30, 60 triangle, 90 triangle. And once that is verified, the question is oral, right? That you verified it. So this is 1, this is √3. That's what they are asking. If this will be 60, what is the answer? 1.7 times. You need not to calculate exactly. You can orally mark it. Hope it is clear to everyone. Say yes, so that I can move further. All right. Clear or not? Okay, I'll explain once again. Some people are saying they are having problem, right? What I'm saying simply, you have been given about that the height of one pillar is thrice the other, right? That is the condition given. Then they are saying that these two angles, the angle of elevation, are complementary to each other. What is the meaning of complementary angles? That means sum of two angles, θ1 and θ2, should be 90 degree, right? Now since they have given us one more relationship, is the ratio between these two sides. That will actually tell us what are these angles. We don't know about these angles, neither we can choose it to be any angle, because if we choose it, there is a possibility of going wrong, because this ratio may not hold true. It is not any situation, right? They are giving one more parameter which is fixing the angles. So that's what we are using. We know only two things, right? And they will ask you the question from these only: 30, 60, 90, 30, 60, 90, or 45, 45, 90. This question is not a 45, 45, 90 triangle. It is clear from here, right? So it is definitely going to be 30, 60, 90, and that's I need to verify to be more sure that I do not get -1 in the paper, right? I am just going further and making this angle 60 degree now. I know standard triangle where I say if this is 60 degree, I usually choose opposite to 60 degree the value to be √3, right? If value opposite to 60 degree is √3, opposite to 30 degree, we already know it is 1. I have discussed in the previous lectures. If this is 1, this will be also 1, because this was the midpoint. Forget about 120 for the time being. And if opposite to 60 you get 1, opposite to 30 it will be 1/√3. Because if this is 1, this is √3. If this is 1, this will be 1/√3. Now it is very clear from here that you can clearly see that this is nothing but 3 times. So that means when I chose 30 and 60, it is verified that the heights are in 3:1. That means what? The correct angles are 30 and 60. Once you get that, you got the answer. Because this half distance is not 1, this is 60. So this will be not √3, 60 times √3. And 60 times √3 is what? 1.7 times. Hope it is clear, right? And that's the answer. 103.92 roughly. You need not to worry about it. Okay, moving further now. Question number 92. What question number 92 says? That x is equal to cosec theta minus sin theta, y is equal to sec theta minus cos theta, and they're asking what is the relationship between x and y. Proceed with by putting a value of theta. But you have to be little careful. What theta you are going to choose here is 45 degree. Why? Because then both expressions will become same. That is very important, right? We want to make it little more simpler calculation. Let's make x and y equal. Because we know at 45 degrees sin theta and cos theta are equal. Cosec theta and sec theta are equal. So if I put theta is equal to 45 degrees, this will be root 2 minus 1 by root 2. You can further simplify it and you'll get 1 by root 2. This will be x also and y also. Now you can look at in the options, every option is containing x square plus y square terms. That's why you first calculate x square plus y square. And you can clearly see that if I calculate x square plus y square, I am going to get 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. That will be equal to how much? Tell me what I am doing, you are able to understand or not. If I do x square plus y square, what I'll get? Will I get 1 or not? Tell me. Okay. And then you have to go to the option. If x square plus y square is equal to 1, this is not the possible answer. You put x square is y square is equal to 1, this will become 4. And 4 and then x square y square. X into y product you can see will be 1 by 2. That is the correct answer because x square y square will be 1 by 4. This is 4. 1 by 4 into 4 is equal to 1. That's the right answer. Easily done, right? Trigonometry is so easy, right? If you just solve it in a correct way. Otherwise it is really difficult. Question number 93 is a very interesting question. Very, very interesting question, right? So let's read it out. It is talking about hydrogen filled balloon ascending at certain rate, drifted by wind. Okay, read this question out and then I am going to make it again damn simpler, right? This is the highest standard of trigonometry heights and distance question they can ask you, and I am going to make it damn simpler for you. Again, you need to understand this case. It is saying there is a hydrogen filled balloon which is ascending at certain rate and it was drifted by wind. Its angle of elevation at 10th and 15th minute were found to be 60 degree and 45 degree respectively. The wind speed during the last 5 minutes approximately is equal to. When I finish reading the question, I am having the ability to reject two options. That is a big skill you should have. Why I did that, try to understand. Because I visualized that the hydrogen balloon is going up, right? And there is a horizontal drift also. So if at a certain point you are finding this angle to be 60 degree, that is given in the question that this angle is going to be 60 degree. Let's say it is 60 degree. Now it is saying after certain time the angle, it is not a tough question, Ramkishore, just wait, sir. Okay, they are simply saying that the angle is decreasing. Why it is decreasing? I need to understand. Look, if there would not have been any horizontal wind, then the balloon will keep on going up and there will be increase in angle of elevation. But if there will be horizontal movement also due to wind, what will happen? Maybe its net position somewhere here. So if horizontal distance covered due to wind speed and vertical distance covered due to balloon speed is going to be equal, means equal distance will be covered, the best part will be the angle will not change, right? Angle will not change, but it is saying the angle is decreasing. It is only possible that angle decreases, you can clearly see, if horizontally it covers more distance and vertically it covers less distance. Now if you join from this point, clearly the angle is going to decrease. So what does it mean? That speed will be clearly more than 18. You can reject two options. Happy or not? That they gave you 4, I made it 50-50, right? You are just having two options now. So if you are having two options, now you can have the more peace. The chances of getting wrong is only 50% and getting right is 50%, even if you just do the guesswork in the paper. You rejected two options even such tough looking question, which is actually not. Alright. Now one thing I know. What I know is that this vertical distance covered due to horizontal balloon is going up, right? Balloon is going up, sorry. This vertical distance will be covered by that 18 km per hour. In how many minutes? In 5 minutes. So 5 minutes is nothing but 1/12 of the hour. So 1/12 of the hour means 18 km per hour, 1/12 will be 1.5 kilometers. I'm writing it, 1.5 kilometers is this vertical distance. But since, I always start anything with what values? What values I already know. This angle I'm saying is going to be 45 degree now. I will assume this to be 1 for the moment. Why I am assuming it to be 1? The reason is I will later convert it whatever is required, but initially I'll start with 1. If this is 1, this is vertical distance covered in how many minutes? 5 minutes. Between 10th and 15th minutes. So this is the vertical distance covered in 10 minutes, 0 to 10 minutes. It will be how much? Double of it. Vertical distance will be how much? 3. How many of you getting my point or not? Clear? This is in 5 minutes. Before it, the balloon went up as well for 10 minutes. So this will be double of it. If this is 3 in a 45, 45, 90 triangle, this will also be equal to 3 or not? Yes. This will also be equal to 3. If this is also equal to 3, what is the next task that I need to find out? To get the speed of the wind, I just need to calculate this horizontal distance covered by the wind in 5 minutes. That's it. Right? So that's what I am finding. I have to just find this. And for that, we can easily do it, because if this is 2, I can write here 2. In a 60, 30, 90 triangle, if I get opposite to 62, what will be value opposite to 30? It will be 2 by root 3, because the ratio of the sides is nothing but 1 is to root 3. So if opposite to 60 I am having 2, opposite to 30 I will have 2 by root 3. Now you can clearly see this particular distance is nothing but 3 minus 2 by root 3. Do not get worried, we can do it very easily. If this value is 1.7 roughly, you can just divide it and you can easily find out that if you divide 2 by 1.7, roughly what you are going to get. It will give you a value roughly 1.2, because 17 times 1 is 17 and then 30 is the remainder, approximately 2 times, right? So 3 minus 1.2 is going to give you how much? Tell me please. Just asking you all. What you are going to get then if you just take this particular difference? 3 minus 2 by 1.7. Tell me. You should not worry about it. You are going to get roughly a value that is going to be 1.8. Once you got this to be 1.8, then you have to do certain corrections. This is not 1.8, right? This is 1.8 in 5 minutes. So first I need to multiply it by 12. If I multiply it by 12, what I'll get? I'll then get that this is what going to be the speed in 1 hour, right? Distance in 1 hour. But again I have to do a correction. I assume this to be 1, which is not 1, which is 1.5. So if you multiply 18 with 12, tell me what you are going to get. You are going to get 21.6. And then you have to increase further by 50% or make it 1.5 times. Your answer will be clearly more than 30. Hope it is clear to everyone, right? Now understand one thing that I am going to talk to you about. If you solve this question with the values that are actually given, that is 1.5, believe me, you are going to take a lot of time and you will do unnecessary calculations. How I started this particular question, what was given, I assumed 1. Accordingly, I dealt with the numbers that I am very comfortable with. Root 3, 1. Then I did all the corrections required later. First correction that was required is that when this is 1, I got this to be 1.8. Considering this to be 1.8, I got distance covered in 1 hour, because this is in 5 minutes. So I multiplied by 12. I got 21.6, but this is not the answer, because this is 1.5. I mean, I have to scale everything by 1.5. So I need to multiply this by 1.5 as well. I got the final answer, and that final answer turned out to be more than 30 for sure. 21.6 into 1.5, and that's how you can easily mark the answer. This question was termed to be the toughest question in the paper, but I am not finding anything difficult here if you choose the right values and solve. Okay, so thank you all for being in the session. The remaining 7 questions that are there, I will be doing in the next class, right? Next class I need to plan very early. Do not worry, I'll do it. Either I'll upload the recordings or I'll take a live session very soon to cover it, because I need to cover this series. Hope you all enjoyed the problem solving. Just correct your thought process, and I'm going to make sure that I upload more videos for you. Even the topic wise videos are being planned, so that actually you can take a lot of learning from here. And I'm just saying, right, the maths is not difficult. The only ways we make it tough is that we learn in a wrong way, and it's not your fault, because all the books are written in a way that they provide you just hollow understanding of the things. So you have to just learn it in a correct way. If you learn it in a correct way, I'm going to tell you, right, it is going to be very, very, very easy. Mahi, this is not a complex calculation. If you just go with the actual numbers, it will be really complex. But you are dealing with the simple numbers that you already know. It is not complex. Just compare this solution from anywhere else, then you will understand this is the most or the best way of doing the question, right? You can easily do it well under 1 minute, right? If you just have the idea of the values, 30, 60, 90 triangle, the side ratios, it is just easy, not difficult, right? So thank you all. Keep sharing this video with more and more people. That is very important. My purpose of coming to the YouTube is not to make money through YouTube, right? Okay, I run a paid course for that. So okay, I'm very happy that I'm having a lot of students there. So this coming on the YouTube is not a purpose of creating ad revenues, right? It is just about helping you all, right? So we are not doing this because we want to earn money from this YouTube channel, not at all. Okay, because we have a course for that. It's just I want to help you all. I keep on getting so many mails from your side, and really I feel more motivated to come up and interact with you all. I just want you all to do one thing, okay, that keep sharing it with more and more people. That is my motivation. So suppose you have attended this session, if you just share it on your Facebook timelines, you share it in other WhatsApp groups, that becomes my motivation, right? That more and more people are getting benefited from it. I will definitely find the time and come here and teach you as much as I can, right? Clear, everyone? So I will be teaching you in a topical form also, but the only support I need from your side is that if I'm finding time and I'm just giving some knowledge to you, it should reach to the more people, because there are many students, right, who are just learning from the books, and they ended up at a wrong place in the coaching, right? They are not able to learn right thing. If they do not learn that in a right way, I'm telling you, even if they put so many effort 12 hours a day in exam, ultimately they are not going to score seriously, because the thought process should be corrected. If they correct their thought process, it is not difficult thing. You are that much intelligent, right? I tell you, you will be solving questions really very efficiently. So work on building that thought process, work on that, and I'll make sure. It requires time, seriously. It is not going to happen in a day, because I need what happens, there is a conflict between your traditional thought process that you have been doing, that was corrupted for many years by schools, by universities. So that is a corrupted thought process. Now to correct it, you need to give time. Even I need to give time to train you to think like that. Then you will get that self belief. Okay, now I can do like that. I can think like that. People have completely changed when they have learned the way I teach. But I need to tell you a lot of basics, simply, right? I need to tell you the basics so that you can solve the questions in the same way I'm doing, and this becomes your natural reaction that will happen when I'm going to spend sufficient time with you. So the only support I need is that you share it with more and more people. If more and more people will be interested, that is my motivation to come to the platform and teach you the maths, right? The mensuration link you can find in the video. Otherwise, later I'll post in the comment. When this video will be published on YouTube, in the pinned comment, right, I'll provide the link of that mensuration video. It is a 15 minutes video, right? Ramkishore, the other channels, look, I have not seen any channel, so I should not comment on it, right? But what I know is that if I have any question in front of me, I naturally get the best reaction of that particular question. So I come from a very normal background, a regional Hindi medium student I learned the math the way you did. But when I started exploring the subject as an interest, I found that no book can teach you what you can do on your own if you just get the right guidance, right? So that's what you need. You don't need formulas to crack this exam. Seriously, it is possible. That's what I've shown you through 300 questions, and maybe in future I will be doing more 1,000 questions for you. So that's what you all need to understand, right? You just develop the right thinking process. And believe me, when somebody comes to me, my maths is weak, my maths is strong, it's the process you have followed, right? That's why you are weak or strong. There are people who come up to me and say that I'm not improving in maths even after practicing all 7,300 questions from the book. That will not happen, because that is a memorization way of learning, doing more questions and by that memorizing the process. That is not how you are going to improve. When you start building the thought process, any question being given to you, you will have the best reaction. And let me tell you, SSC is not having that much intelligence to set a very good paper for you. Really, I've seen same questions they repeat in a different language, but the students are not able to perceive that, oh, this is the same question. So once your ability becomes bigger, you start thinking, you will be able to figure out that, okay, this is the same question, I need not to solve again. In the same paper, they have given repetitive questions. That's what they do. You just need to understand it once, and once you get that confidence, it does not matter you are from humanities background, science background, or any other background, right? I tell you, you can solve at a very remarkable speed, and that is possible. So just keep sharing. That is the only thing I wish from you, to that this video reaches to more and more people, and I'm sure I will be coming more and more on YouTube to teach you the maths in a correct way. That is very important, because the tricks rule I can teach very limited student, right? I cannot teach 50,000 student tricks, right? So definitely, you know, I would like to share my knowledge with you all, and if you just share it with other people, it reaches to more people. I'm sure I'll take more sessions for sure. All right, Nitin, in comments, right, you can leave it or note down the email ID, that is info@aptrex.com. Okay, and you can send your all problems there, right? Better you just note down my Facebook page as well, facebook.com/RaMo Aptrex. You can message your issues there. If you're having any problem in your preparation, you're not able to score more marks, right? And then simply you can post your question there. I'll answer it later, right? I'll answer it later. So thank you all. The remaining question will be done very soon, and just I really enjoyed to interact with you people all, and hope you all enjoyed this session as well. So let's see you in the next session. Goodbye. Have a great evening tomorrow and a great day tomorrow. Bye bye.